If the normal Mercedes C-Class isn't quite stylish enough for you, and you can live without some rear doors, then the C-Class Coupe is a lot more head-turning. Obviously, the lack of rear doors, smaller back windows and sloping roofline make it look a lot more sporty. So too does the fact the car comes with an AMG sports kit as standard, and that includes a racy grille, side skirts and large alloy wheels. Inside, the Coupe gets a multifunction sports steering wheel as standard. Other than that though, it's usual C-Class fare. Still, that does mean it feels like a quality product with lots of soft touch materials and a robust, built to last feel. Actually, let's talk about equipment, shall we? Because the C-Class Coupe is very well kitted out. As standard, you get some really nice AMG sport seats, there's parking sensors, there's dual zone climate control. You also get an integrated LCD screen. You can control the car's onboard functions using this swivel wheel. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, but I think that radio tuner system is about as good as you're going to get on any car. I really like the way it works. There's also a whole host of safety equipment. You've got loads of airbags in here. There's one up there, which is reassuring to know when that A-pillar comes rather close to your head. There's ESC anti-skid control to prevent an accident in the first place. And it also gets Mercedes Attention Assist, which can tell if you're starting to fall asleep behind the wheel. As for luggage carrying capabilities, it's impressive for a coupe, as the boot is almost the same size as the saloons and also benefits from fold-down rear seats. The C-Class Coupe is available with Mercedes' wide range of petrol and diesel engines, with the 220 CDI diesel being the best seller. However, if you can afford it, the powerful 3.5 litre V6 petrol really suits the car's sporty nature. It makes a great noise as well. As this car is rear-wheel drive, you get this lovely sensation of being pushed along rather than pulled along like you get in a front-wheel drive car, so it just seems to flow from corner to corner. And to make the most of this, Mercedes has fitted it with lowered, stiffened sport suspension. But don't worry, it doesn't mean that it's all crashy and harsh over rough surfaces, because the dampers are actually computer controlled and constantly adjust to ensure the ride is always nice and smooth. However, don't go thinking this car drives like an out-and-out sports car, because it's actually more of a cruiser. And overall, a BMW 3 Series is more engaging to drive, partly because the steering on this thing, it's not quite as sharp or as full as feel as you'd expect on a sporty machine. And another thing that you do notice after a while is that the big fat wide tyres do make a bit of a noise when you're travelling at speed, and after a while that can become a little bit annoying. Perhaps the biggest problem with this car though is its price, because it is rather expensive and will cost you quite a bit more than a similarly equipped Audi A5. You're also going to need to spend on the 7-speed automatic gearbox, which is very good, because the 6-speed manual, well, it isn't very good. The clutch pedal is really springy and the gearbox itself is notchy. And another reason why you're going to need the auto is because the car comes with a foot-operated parking brake, and they're not very good at the best of times. But you try doing a hill start with a manual gearbox and a foot-operated parking brake. You're going to end up dancing around the pedal box. Speaking of which, as is a problem on quite a few Mercedes actually, the pedals are slightly offset to the right, whereas the steering wheel is slightly offset to the left, so the bottom half of your body is pointing that way a bit, and the top half of your body is kind of going that way. And if you ask any chiropractor, they will tell you that that's not a particularly good way to sit. Finally, there's a space in the back. Now, it's never going to be great on a car such as this, so before I start having a moan, I'll show you this feature. The way the seat moves out of the way to give you easy access into the rear. And when you pull the seat back down, it returns to its original position. However, once you're in position, you realise that there's absolutely no headroom at all. You won't want to go particularly far in the back of this car. It's actually made worse if you go for the panoramic glass sunroof, because it eats into headspace further, although, if I'm honest, that's a feature you are going to want to have because it makes the cabin feel nice and airy. But then that's just the way it is with the C-Class Coupe, and for some people the compromises are well worth the added style. And personally, I think it looks fantastic.